Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with these little tiny delicate frames. Now these are kind of like die cut pieces. I've had these for a little while in my stash. I can't even tell you where I got them, I'm afraid. I've had them for you know, a while, and I can't remember, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. Probably somewhere online. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. But I suddenly kind of stumbled across them and I thought, to be honest, we could maybe kind of laminate them, because I don't know about you, but I struggle to glue things like this down. You know, my gluing skills are not fantastic, and, you know, I haven't got one of those art glitter glues, which has got kind of a much more slender nib, and I'm not saying I could even get on with that, because I honestly don't think I could. So what I thought the best way that I could think to use these would be to put them in laminating pouches. So I've got a bunch of laminating pouches here. Now I'm not going to actually laminate them on film with you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of like lay the pieces out, and then I'm going to take them down, laminate them, because my laminator's downstairs, and then, you know, we'll come back and see how we've done. And I'm going to do a few different ones. So I don't know how many I'm going to get in, you know, each pouch, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to cut them out then around them, or whether I will cut them square. So let's just see. I put them, well, I'm not going to be too ridiculous, because to be honest, I think sometimes, you know, like I've thought, oh, I'll be stingy and get loads on, and then if I decide to, you know, have them as kind of rectangular pieces, I will be sorry that I've done that. So I'd rather kind of err on the side of caution, even though it seems a little bit wasteful of the pouch. So I'm going to do one bunch, or one sheet plain like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do another sheet. There aren't that many in this packet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 frames. So yeah, there aren't that many. But then what I thought is we could try, doing a couple like this. Like that. Oh, I don't like this one so much. It's not such a pretty frame, is it? Like that. And then I was thinking we could maybe put some of these florally trims in there. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. Again, you know, it's all trial and error. Might be kind of sorry, but yeah, I mean, I was thinking put them inside the frame. I'm now thinking maybe put them on the frame. And I'm now actually thinking I don't think this is going to work. Oh, which then I'm going to obviously waste the frame. So yeah, I don't really want to just waste it. If I can help it. Let me just cut this down for a moment. Oops, like that. I mean, I think I have got a die that actually cuts a fancy frame, which I bought quite a long time ago. I haven't really used it a lot. I don't tend to use my Big Shot very often. For me, I find it quite fiddly and time consuming, a little bit, you know, cumbersome, and yeah, just not something I really enjoy that much. When I first got it, you know, when I used to do scrapbooking was when I got it, and I thought it was fantastic. And I bought loads of those little shapes, you know, card making themed things. So sadly, not really something that I can kind of now make use of. And yeah, over the time, I've just gone right off it. And yeah, rightly or wrongly, I don't really kind of enjoy using it very much anymore. You know, like I say, I just find it actually pretty, you know, pretty annoying, because it takes a long time to actually, you know, set it up and kind of use it. Now, I'm just having a look to see what other things I've got here that I could use. Now, I've got this flower. Let me just cut out one of these. These are just from my Junk Journal Basics kit. So let's just take one of these. Okie dokie. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking, oops. I mean, it's a little bit lost in that frame, if I'm truthful. And I think the actual inner frame is kind of all the same size on all of them. Oh, this is annoying. Well, it is annoying because actually those flowers I've actually printed off in smaller size. So that's what's going on there. They're actually smaller than the... Oh, you know, they come in 2 sizes and that's the smaller of the size. So if I'd have printed them on bigger size, I would now not be having a problem. Oh, this is so annoying. Let me just see whether I've got any other flowers. Right, I'm so sorry. My phone ran out of storage, and so I utilised the time to dig out a couple of the bigger roses. So these are the roses from my Junk Journal Basics kit. So I'm just going to put one in each one of those 2 frames. I've got a boot that I also grabbed from my shoes kit, and I've obviously got the rosebuds on there. So I'm just going to put that to one side as well to take downstairs. And then the final, you know, acetate sheet, just going to quickly, oops, put the other 2 frames in. Oh, sorry, this is not much room on here. Right, okay, so my other 2 final ones are like that. Oops, like that. And like that. Now, just going to, yeah, put another couple of flowers on those, I think. So let's try this little purpley coloured one, and should we mix it with a pink? Not sure that looks very nice actually. So yeah, I don't think I'll bother doing that, but I might just have just a couple of pink ones here. You know, I really hope this is going to work and look good, because, oh gosh, I hate the thought that I might have wasted these flowers, but, I mean, it's kind of pathetic, but, yeah, nobody wants to waste stuff, do they? So, okay, right. So, yeah, just that one there. So, yeah, I'm going to laminate those. Now, like I say, I've not done this before. I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. I'm hoping it's going to look nice. Now, I've just got this section down here. So, to be honest, whilst I'm actually, you know, laminating something, you know, I want to obviously fill this bottom section up as well. Now, I'm just wondering whether I could laminate some lace to make like a lacy pocket. Just because whilst I'm experimenting, perhaps I should just experiment completely and do something else as well. So I can never see really which is the right way and the wrong way of lace, but yeah, if I do that, this is some coffee dyed lace. I think it was white, if I'm, you know, right in remembering. Pretty sure that this was just white lace, and then I just coffee dyed it. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking, no, I'm just wondering whether I want to actually like single side laminate this. I'm not sure whether it would work, because the lace is holy. It might, you know, it might go through and not really work. So yeah, perhaps I should. Or I've got some fabric here, which, what do we think to laminating the fabric? I mean, that might be quite nice. And that way I could do it, you know, single side, because what I could do is I could fold that over. I mean, actually, I could probably get 2 bits in, being really stingy. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know whether this is even going to work. Might not work at all. But if I put that like that, and then I get some book page. Okay. Oh, right. Just trying to find like scraps here. So, yeah, if I've got a scrap of book page, let me just find some. Hang on. Right. So, oh, come on. Right. So I'm thinking, put some book page in here. Now, the purpose of the book page is because what you want to do is have paper going around your pieces, if you see what I mean. Because when you peel this apart, you know, you need something in between, so you've got two separate pieces. So if I put that like that, okay, and then I just cut this down here, like that. So that goes in there as well. Oh gosh, come on. Pretty sure that I've moved my frame around now. It doesn't look very straight on there. Right, okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm just being really stingy because I want to use all of that laminating pouch. I don't want to, you know, have a situation where I've not used it all. Heaven forbid. So yeah, that's my fabric that I'm laminating. And that's just some coffee dyed fabric, which actually I'm just going to move that down because it's very close to the frame. So yeah, like that. Okay, and then just maybe put one more thing in this side. I don't know what. Let me just see. What have I got here? Oh my goodness, what have I got? Oh dear, I'm hunting around to see what else I could laminate. Oh gosh, what's floating about here? I don't know. Unless I do something like just a portion of this lace. So if I just do this, okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to struggle because I'm not going to really be able to make this like single side unless, I mean, what I could do is put some book page under this. I don't know how that will work. I mean, this is all trial and error because I haven't ever actually tried this before. But if I just fold some book page over and put that under there. So let me just get my book page back. Okay. Oops. Oh, come on. Right. Sorry about this. Right, there we go. So I've got more book page. And then what I'm going to do is just put, yeah, this lace on here. Trim this down. Like that. And then actually what I could do is probably put some lace the other side as well. So just put that down like that. And then I'm just going to put some lace the other side. So you know, you may have now lost track of what I'm doing because I've been messing about so much. I'm just basically trying to use up the, you know, laminated pouch, not waste it. So I'm putting in some lace there. Hopefully we're going to see what that does. I'm going to just cut it down slightly because actually it's going to hit into that frame. So just take that down there. Okay. Like that. We're going to put it there. And then on this side, not sure what to put this side yet. So let's just have a look. I've got some of those butterflies. Now, just wondering whether we could have like laminated butterfly. Oh, we could do that, to be honest, and that will hopefully be like a single side laminated butterfly. Again, this is all trial and error. I have not ever tried this before. I've actually got one that's a bit more coffee burned. You know, when you coffee dye and it kind of burns it slightly. Got that one. So yeah, let's give this a try and see what this is going to work like. So I'm just going to pop that butterfly onto there. And actually, I wonder if we could just have a little bit of lace at the top. Maybe not that one. Should we have some contrasting lace? Yeah, right, let's see how this looks. I mean, it might look absolutely rubbish, but it might look good. So, right, let's pick all of this up. So I've got the lace underneath, I've got the book page, then I've got another sheet of book page, and then I've got the lace and the butterfly. So all of that into the laminating pouch there. So just need to be careful that it's all enclosed in there, like that, and like that. The lace across the top, and then the butterfly, you know, hopefully kind of sitting in the middle somehow, like that. Okay, now close my pouch. Right, I'm going to take all of that down to the laminator, and then I will be back and we'll see how it's come out. So hold on. Okay, so I'm back from the laminator. Now, mixed results, I have to say. It was not happy sucking this page through. I mean, not surprisingly, because obviously it's got a lot of bulk in here. So we're going to see what it's like when we cut it open. You can probably see here, I mean, I've run this through, I think I ran it through like 3, maybe 4 times. It's not quite happily gone over those roses. The first one wasn't that happy and I ran it through twice, but this one sorry, considerably worse, because of course, you know, it had all this bulk to contend with as well. Obviously you can see my lace has kind of slid there and things, so you know, it was, yeah, with mixed results really. Let's cut this one open and see. So just going to cut it down like that. Okay, right, now I'm just going to cut these in half for the moment, and then we'll kind of decide what we're going to do with these. So, I mean, obviously, I'm so sorry if you can hear the dog. She's letting us know she's here. Just making her presence known there in the room. Yeah, so, I mean, I was kind of thinking that you could, you know, kiss cut this around the edge and then put this onto like a tag. That being said, you could actually use this, you know, in its entirety, kind of as like a pocket. So, for instance, here, I've got some collage masterboard. You could put this over here and just stitch it round, and then you'd have like a little tuck spot behind there. So, I mean, I think that's rather nice, actually. You know, and that was just, you know, laying around on my desk from a previous project. But to be honest, I actually think that's going to work really well. So I might even just, yeah, I might even just use that and, yeah, not kind of do anything else. So I'm just going to cut that down, just tidy it up a little bit. So down that edge, down this edge, hopefully kind of make it so that it, you know, fits a bit better on this collage masterboard piece. Okay, so I mean, as you can see, I've got an overhang top and bottom. I'm not sure yet whether I would kind of cut that down. What I could do, to be honest, is actually just stitch this down, that side and that side, and then it would almost be like a sort of belly band, but instead of being glued top and bottom, it would be stitched side to side. And then you could, you know, feed things through. I mean, I'm not saying this, but, you know, just to sort of demonstrate, you'd kind of have like a little feedy through area. I mean, I think that's really nice, actually. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put that to one side to take to the sewing machine. So that's that one. Right, the next piece was this one, which this is the one with the lilac flowers. Now, let's have a look and see. So, I mean, we've got exactly the same concept, that I've got this collage masterboard, and we could, you know, put it on there just like we did in the last, or with the last one. I've got some of my Victorian ephemera pieces, and they are printed onto craft card. I'm kind of thinking maybe we could do something like that. I'm thinking if we cut around that, you know, with the kiss cutting, we could make some sort of tag from this. What do you think? I think that would be quite nice. Yeah, I think that would be quite nice. Now, question is, do we want to actually kind of open the oval? I mean, it's unfortunate that my cutting skills are not better, because obviously I'm going to struggle to be able to cut any form of oval like that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I have got some tags here that are, you know, ready on bases, ready for decorating. So let me just pull these in and just see if any of these would look good instead. It's a bit lost on that one, I'll be honest. What about on this one? Oops. Gosh. Oh, I don't know. I thought that was going to look really great on those floral tags, but actually I prefer it strangely on this here. Yeah, I do prefer it on that. I mean, we could just kind of have it just like that other one where we have it like a belly band, you know, feed through. Or we can cut it out and kind of have it on there just... Right, I'm going to cut this out. Let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm trying to hoard these because obviously I only had 10 of these little die cut shapes. And to be honest, you know, I was quite daring because I did actually use all 10, laminated all 10. So in this one project. So that was very daring for me. So let's just, yeah, take that like that. Okay. Like that. So just cutting around like that. Now this, unfortunately, it's a bit of a sort of bubble there where the, you know, the laminate is. So I'm not sure whether over time that would possibly come apart. Yeah, so to be honest, when I stitch around, it maybe will secure it slightly. Now you can see some little pockets of glue. Again, because obviously we've got this sort of raised part here, it's not necessarily glued, you know, 100%. But I mean, to be honest, that looks pretty gorgeous, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think that looks pretty nice, to be honest. And I actually really like it with that portion. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just cut this down. So just take this down here. Now I'm going to cut it here. Oops. Across like that. And then I think what I'm going to do is when I take that other piece to stitch it, I'm going to stitch this one as well. So like that. And oops, down there. Oh, sorry about this. And I'm so sorry if you can hear noise. My daughter's home, is after school, you know, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of do this video. So yeah, she's talking to her cousin on the phone. She's just got an old phone. It's not got a SIM card in or anything, but they can, you know, face chat with each other. So yeah, they're doing that. So there we go. Yeah, I'm going to stitch around that. And then, yeah, I mean, I think that's really nice. And then hopefully that's going to make a really pretty either pocket or a tag or a journal card, you know, any of the above, really. So let's have a look just before I do that. And let's see what the outcome of this was. Obviously, these are fine because these are all flat pieces. I mean, except for obviously the little raised bits there with the rosebuds. These are just, you know, laminated frames. So, of course, they are fine. So, you know, just like with the last one, or the last two, you could just then either kiss cut around and attach that. You could, if you were better at cutting ovals than I am, you could make an oval so that that was actually like a window in your piece. I personally am rubbish at cutting ovals, so I would struggle to do that. But you could put the entire thing over here and then you'd have like a laminated pocket over the top. So, I mean, I think that's pretty nice, to be honest. I probably won't do it on this because then I'd have it all on this particular, what do you call it, masterboard, which, you know, that's a bit boring. So, yeah, I won't do it on that. Right, let's have a look and see what this has come out like. So this feels like it's really, you know, wanting to open up anyway. So, yeah, you can see it's, you know, it's got a lot of bulk, so it's not really wanting to stay tucked down. Aha, right, now this was the bit that I wasn't sure whether the holes in the lace would have stuck it to the paper. It hasn't. And so what I've got here is laminated lace, basically, which, oh my goodness, how lovely is that? Because it's actually laminated on one side and it's lace on the other. So it's laminated on this side and it's lace on here. Oh my goodness, I love that. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I do love it. So yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of, you know, just searching around on my desk now thinking, what could I pull in to, you know, demonstrate this on something. I mean, I've got some craft card here. So, I mean, you could just take this and just then stitch this around, and that would make an awesome pocket, wouldn't it? So should we come back and we'll do some of these? I think that would be a really nice, you know, nice video to do. So yeah, what I will do, I will kind of mass laminate some laces, and then we'll come back and we'll make some laminated lace pockets for our junk journals. So yeah, that's going to be a reminder for me that we're going to do that. So obviously the book page, you know, there's nothing going on there. That was just there to give it the single side laminate. And then this one we have got here. Now this was the section where we've got the lace now is laminated. I thought that was going to stick it down onto the book page. It hasn't. So that's fine. What I can do, obviously the book page is laminated here, not laminated here because of course the lace is. So I can just glue that down or of course stitch it. It's presumably not laminated the book page here because it's laminated over the butterfly. So what I will do is I will just cut this down here, tidy it up kind of shape-wise. Oops, like that. Okay, and then straight across the top. Oh dear. Now, unfortunately, like I say, when that went through the laminator, you can see my lace has gone completely skew-if. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but yeah, I mean, obviously I would have preferred it straight, but you know, I'm not going to get myself kind of too worried about it. But so what I'm going to do, I think, is just take this to the sewing machine. I'll stitch around the edges. What I might do is zigzag a stitch straight through that butterfly so as it makes the butterfly show up slightly more. And then that, again, is a lovely pocket to have in a journal. So really, really, really pretty. And then the final one was this one that we did the fabric lamination. So, yay! And it has worked. I wasn't sure. Oh no, hold on, it might not have worked. I wasn't sure what this was going to be like. So let's just pull this apart. Hold on. Right, okay. Right, so it looks like it's kind of semi-worked. So let me just take this down here. Okay, like that. So again, what we've got is the book page that was inside, that was, you know, going to be the sort of protector, so that we did have the laminating, you know, single-sidedness going on. I mean, that is gorgeous because we've actually got a bit of book page around there, which looks really, really cool. It's just picked up the transfer from the book page, which is very lovely. And then here we've got the fabric. Now the fabric is now laminated on. It doesn't seem to have laminated on this section for some reason. I mean, I don't know why that would be, but yeah, it's just that kind of side. But everywhere else, it is in fact laminated. So again, really loving that. And then the same here, we've got a sheet of laminated fabric. And now, you know, you could make little journals, you know, mini kind of journals that you'd put into pockets and things with these. So just kind of fold that up. You could stitch this into a little pocket, kind of stitching on like two sides. It would be like a little top loading pockets. We can obviously trim this down, you know, before we kind of use it. So lots of different uses for this. So this one, I'm just going to tidy this up here on that edge. And I know I've talked about this before, but the beauty of the single side laminate as opposed to like the double side laminate is obviously if I had just run this through the laminator in its entirety, you'd now have, you know, this shiny surface basically on both sides. I'm not saying fabric, but the shiny, you know, the shiny on both sides. I like that. Okay, which, you know, is fine, but it can make it tricky to glue down because not all glue wants to adhere the laminated surface. So the beauty of the single side laminated is obviously, you know, this technically this is just fabric on this side. So you could use your fabric tack and you could then glue this onto things, and then you've got this lovely shiny surface here. So, you know, it's just a totally different way of kind of you know, having laminated pieces into your journals. So for instance on this again, just to save yourself the, you know, trying to glue things and adhere them to your laminate, what you could do is take that to the sewing machine now, and you could stitch on some lace around the edge, or, you know, along the bottom. And then what you've got is obviously the, you know, multi-texture, because you've got obviously the lace, and then you've got your laminated surface here, and then you've also got, not the feel of fabric, obviously, because the fabric's, you know, hidden under here, but you've got the look of fabric, you know, so you've got the actual lace, and then you've got the look of the fabric and the shiny, you know, the shiny laminate. Obviously, if you were going to use this as a, you know, pull-out piece, for instance, a, you know, journal cover for a little kind of pull-out that you're going to put into a pocket, then what you'd have is, of course, your actual fabric inside. So, you know, that kind of makes it even more durable still. So, yeah, really, really nice. And to be honest, you could even make little envelopes from this. I mean, how cute would that be as a little laminated envelope? Oh, I'm loving that, actually. Yeah, I might have to do some of those. So yes, lots and lots of you know, super fun ideas, I think, here that we can kind of play around with our laminated pieces. So yeah, I hope that this has given you some ideas. Obviously, predominantly I came along to just laminate these little die cut frames and give you some ideas for if you've got some of these frames and you do not like gluing them down, you know, as I don't like gluing them down. You know, then that was kind of the initial idea, was obviously laminate these, and that's a way of kind of getting them not glued down, but, you know, attached. But yeah, we've then actually kind of gone off at a bit of a tangent, you know, and we have laminated obviously the lace, and we've laminated obviously the fabric. So we've got, yeah, quite a few different bits to play with, to be honest. So I hope that, you know, it's given you some ideas, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yep, I will see you guys in the next video. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.